Hey everyone, you're listening to Nerd Boy's comic book blog. I'm Marco.
I'm Terrells.
And today we're doing another news corner.
News corner?
This is a news corner for the week of August 13th, 2017. Well, it doesn't really matter when you listen to this.
God, the month is already halfway through. It felt like it just started 13 days ago.
Yeah, it's almost like it's magic or something. Or, the progression of time, aging all of us.
I know. If only I had an infinity stone to stop this.
If only. Or maybe like a time traveler.
If I had a TARDIS.
A TARDIS.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a Doctor Who fan.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, for people who may not know, I'm not a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah, but speaking of time travelers, how about Cable in Deadpool 2?
Okay, Josh Brolin, I'm down for that outfit. Like, I was on board with it. I was like, oh man. Like, at first when I seen the offset photos.
Oh yeah, the onset photos?
Yeah, no, the offset, concept art.
Yeah, the
I was
promo.
Like, yeah, I was just like, this looks good, but I don't think Fox is going to get it like this. Then when I seen him, I was like, oh snap, this is really good. Like, okay. But sadly, I seen that photo after one other person. Like, their horribly done cosplay.
Oh, you're talking about Domino?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but how hard would have been to make that patch around her eye black?
I'm thinking they want to make a joke because Dominoes are black and white. She's black.
So she's light skinned. She's high yellow.
Yeah.
No. They should have made it black.
Yeah. The white dot actually makes me think of John Candy's character.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
I seen you shared that meme. I was like, ooh, you just made it worse for me, Marco. You just made it worse. No, they should have just made it head. I mean, honestly, if they wanted to, they could have went full blown, body paint, made her that grayish character. Was that
she's
Chris?
Pretty pale in the face.
And they could have done that. And if not, they should have just made it black. To me, everything except that one detail is what ruined it for me. I mean, I care less. I don't have no connection to this character, but still, that one thing, it's not going to be irritating. I know she's going to do an excellent job, but yeah, they screwed that up.
Let's talk about how jacked Josh Brolin is.
Oh man.
Hey, you guys.
Else. He walks around like, hey, bro, do you even lift? Man, I'm telling you, I thought Ryan Reynolds was ripped. No.
Yeah, no, Josh Brolin just flexing on set. It's just, he's definitely got a power stone in there.
Oh, yeah. He is ripped. How, he's 60-something?
Yeah, well, he's old.
Yeah.
Not, super old, but he's up there.
Yeah, he's, probably late 60s, that dude.
I don't think late 60s, maybe, I don't know, 50s?
Oh, okay. He's ripped as hell.
I don't want to assume he's too old.
Yeah, I ain't trying to catch those, cable hands.
Oh, yeah, that cybernetic arm.
Yeah, them time-traveling fists.
Yeah. How do you feel about the whole cybernetic thing, too?
I'm feeling that. I've seen I've seen concept art where, of course, it's probably gonna look exactly like that, and I mean it's perfect.
Oh yeah, and the teddy bear hanging off the side makes me think of do you remember Messiah Complex?
Yes, we were actually talking about that earlier in the car. So I thought maybe there would be too much going on for a Deadpool movie, because the first one, it didn't really have. It was an origin story and it was perfect for that, but it was one of those, we're not going to give you too much, because I mean you really here to see Deadpool, who makes a jerk out of himself and being silly. I feel putting a serious story like that into the Deadpool movie, I'd rather for them he does do some time traveling silliness, and he's just I take a minor story now and then possibly get an X-Force movie where they could do Messiah Complex.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. The first Deadpool movie, it's very small.
Yeah.
Most of the movie is on one bridge. Yeah. And everything else is a flashback. This one, I think they kind of want to bump up the scale of it all.
Of course, because they made so much money and they profited so much, so Fox is oh, let's get our grubby little hands on it.
Yeah, if this goes way too much in Fox territory, it might not be as good as the first one.
Exactly. I'm not expecting it to be, because, the whole thing was sequels. Some of them, they do turn out good, some of them turn out well. My expectations is up in the air. But I feel if Fox decide that they want to try to, take control of the wheel on this one, I don't see it being that good.
Yeah. Well, we can only hope. Yeah. Hope Summers.
Yeah, we like we did with X-Men.
Yeah.
We did. I mean, it was so close. It was so close. We was yeah. Then Apocalypse came. But
Dark Phoenix, New Mutants, Deadpool 2 next year.
Yeah. All three next year?
All three next year.
Good God.
Supposedly Gambit the year after.
Yeah. I hold my breath on that one.
Yeah. Well,
Psych.
But speaking of holding our breath, Aquaman is in Justice League.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And apparently, Joss Whedon has reshot so much of the movie, he's now getting a co-director credit on the movie.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of, like, you know, a lot of jokes. It's going to be things that's being put in that movie that actually make more sense than, like, BVS. Like, we won't be left with these loopholes. Then we got to wait until, like, a director's cut, figure out what's going on.
Oh, yeah, like, not every DC movie,
just BVS.
Yeah.
A little bit, Suicide Squad didn't have that problem.
I mean, Suicide Squad had a lot of problems.
I mean, it had a lot of problems, but telling a story that really wasn't much of a story didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wonder Woman, for giving us hope again, because that's what Superman's supposed to do. Because that's what that S on his chest supposedly stand for in Kryptonian.
Yeah, I guess WW just means hope.
Yeah.
In Amazonian.
I guess so.
Yeah. You've probably heard about this. Henry Cavill's mustache?
Yes. So supposedly he has a mustache where he's playing a villain in the next Mission Impossible movie, which is what, 5?
6, actually.
6? Good God.
Yeah, we've been through 5.
Oh, that's right. Ghost Protocol was 5. Okay, so this is 6. And I guess the issue of they don't want him to shave it.
Yeah, Paramount has said they do not want Henry Cavill, the guy who plays Superman, to shave his mustache because it is so pivotal to his role as a villain in Mission Impossible 6.
Now, the question I have to ask is it much easier to shave it and give him a prosthetic mustache, or to just paint it green and CGI it throughout an entire, like, we don't even know how many scenes he's going to be in the movie. Oh, and thank you for spoiling it, for letting us know he's now going to be in Justice League.
I think if you saw the end of BVS, you know he's coming back.
I mean, I knew he was coming back, but now it's like, ooh.
He's Superman. He's not going to stay dead.
Like, what did you expect? We gave you 2 movies without him.
That's enough. Like, thinking Superman's dead for, like, if you're a fan of DC movies and you thought Superman was going to stay dead, you're lost or something.
Now, I feel like this is too good to be true. But you know that trailer, the most recent one, I guess, the Comic-Con one, where they show, like, Alfred talking to somebody? What if it's not really Superman? Like, Warner Brothers decided to keep this so tight locked where it's to the point, like, no one even knows. Like, people on set had no idea that this scene was being filmed outside of the studio.
So you're saying it's Russian Superman with a mustache?
I mean, either that or, like, you know, we might actually get a Green Lantern.
Or a Martian Manhunter.
I would prefer Martian Manhunter. Like, I'm sorry, I have nothing against Cyborg, but, like, I would have preferred Martian Manhunter. This is the one time where the entire cast of, like, you know, heroes, I wouldn't have minded them to be white.
I mean, you could have made...
Give us a Teen Titans movie.
You could have made Martian Manhunter like his human form of black guy.
Yeah, like Piccolo.
Yeah. Everyone knows Piccolo's black.
Everyone knows Piccolo's black.
Yeah, honorary black man.
I know. It's funny enough. He actually takes care of somebody else's kids.
Yeah. Like the honorable black man he is.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what they do. They come up and they just take over the role of being a father.
Yeah. Making Goku pay child support.
But no, like, I find it kind of silly. Now, the one thing that I do wonder is, how was this situation dealt with? Like, did they call in lawyers? Was there a fight going on? Was it like, no. Like, how serious did this get? It's just a mustache, for God's sakes, which he can shave and they can... It's 2017. Have you seen, like, the body paint that people, like, the makeup artists out there? There's amateur makeup artists that make themselves look like zombies, or even, like, live action anime characters. You mean to tell me you could get a fake mustache for this man?
They could have either gotten a fake mustache or they could have CGI'd a mustache. All the fan edits of Superman in BVS with a mustache.
Yes.
Very believable.
Exactly.
You could have just done that for Mission Impossible 6. You didn't need all this. You don't need to spend millions on reshooting Justice League just to go back and do CGI removal for...
Which will probably be more millions just because of the CGI. Like, it's silly. Now, it's like a penis measuring contest with how much money each person has to fight over a grown man's mustache. Like, I wonder if he even had any say-so in the matter.
It's like, guys, I really just want to shave this. Like, shut up. shut up, Henry.
Right now, you're under our contract. We do what we tell you to do.
Guys, I just want to go back to Britain. It's so much easier.
I want to go back home.
Stop making me in your movies. I'm tired of this. But apparently, did you hear that Cyborg's role is almost being entirely refilmed, reshot, just to adjust his character to make him more light and funny?
I could see that. I'm down for that because I feel like one of the biggest issues, especially in the comics when it comes to the Justice League, Cyborg is like, he's the stay-at-home dad. Like, you always have a babysitter when he's around. Like, I hate to say it like that, but it's true. And when they was like, oh yeah, he's going to be in Justice League, I'm like, okay, he's going to get his own movie. I'm like, is he actually, not trying to be mean, but is he important enough to have his own movie? Like, I'd rather him, like for instance, the situation that Marvel is in right now, where with the Hulk, they can only do team-up movies with him. Do that with Cyborg. Like, he's not strong enough. Well, he's no Hulk. Like, Hulk can have his own movie. You can get World War Hulk and, like, we're good. But, like, Cyborg, what? Okay, you done already explained his origin. So, there's no reason why he needs to get his own movie. I hope they trash that idea of giving him his own movie. But I think they, giving him the chance to be able to be seen more in Justice League, that's going to have people to actually, grow to like him and actually probably relate to him. Because, yeah, don't give him his own movie.
Yeah, he's more of a team-up character, really.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit off topic, but like I'd rather see him more in like other people movies and team movies than to be like, oh, okay, let's give him his own movie. Like, no. I'm enjoying this idea of putting him more in Justice League, because it's like you really won't see him outside of that, and if you do give him his own movie, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's like everyone says, oh, we want a Loki movie. No. You love Loki because how he's featured in other movies. The moment you give him his own movie, it's going to be like, ooh. It's like that one friend that you text and you guys are like great texters. But when you meet in person, it's like, we can't really hold a actual like conversation. Like, this sucks.
Yeah. Or he's like the Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
You don't want to give Uncle Phil his movie.
No. He's good for the role that he plays. And I'm fine with Cyborg getting more scenes. I hope they flesh out his character more.
I hope he says booyah.
Booyah! Well, no. Save that for Aquaman.
No. Aquaman, he can have his but Cyborg needs the booyah.
No. This ain't Teen Titans like Cyborg. No. This is a completely different one.
Oh, everyone's so familiar with Teen Titans animated Cyborg. They're going to want to throw a reference in there. And if it's him playing football, like before the whole Cyborg organization, yeah, because in the trailer he was playing football, and I was like, oh man, he says booyah.
Yeah.
And then they like kill a bunch of parademons and he's like, booyah. Callback.
And I could see, now that Josh Whedon took over, I could see that happening. Like, if it was just Zack Snyder, you wouldn't have gotten that like nice little callback. Or it would have been very dry. He would have like killed the parademon and he'd be like, booyah? And you'd be like, oh, that delivery was really bad.
Yeah.
But with Josh Whedon, I can see that. I'm down for that.
And it seems like every character now has like a bunch of jokes.
Yeah.
Even Batman.
Yeah.
Like if Batman's gonna tell jokes,
he's telling dad jokes.
I'm rich, bitch.
Now, that poster, what was that? I think it was the Korean poster.
For just the Chinese International?
Yeah. That one was badass. Like, that poster was pretty good.
Yeah.
Since we was on topic of Justice League, like, maybe if possible, you could put it like right here in the video. Like, that poster was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll put it right here, right now.
Okay. There we go. I can see it. But no, like that poster, it sucks because I feel like we get such bland posters when it comes to movies.
Yeah. Well, we get like weird Americanized posters that like market groups and like focus testing is like, oh, would you like poster A or poster B? What's this one look like to you?
I feel like they need to now, and maybe it's because like we're anime fans while we like we're drew more into that poster, because like the American posters, I'm like, they're nice. I guess if you throw like some like foreign lettering on it, it just makes it even more exciting. And it's like, this
I don't understand what this is.
But it makes it more intriguing.
Is this anime now?
Because like even the Thor International poster, even the Spider-Man Homecoming International, like they were so much better than the American ones.
Yeah, I remember that, what was it, the Japanese one? Oh, it's this really cool one with like the Vulture, Spider-Man, and Iron Man all fighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, why didn't we get that one?
And that would have been better, especially after seeing like some of the like promo like artwork that they had. Like,
Sony was in charge of all the Spider-Man posters.
Did you see the one when we were at the movie theater?
Yeah.
That was bad. I don't know what that was. Looked like a 5-year-old put that together.
It's a scrapbook.
Yeah,
it's a scrapbook
it was
poster.
A very
it's
sad,
terrible.
pathetic scrapbook.
Yeah, but on the subject of Justice League, there's a rumor that the ending is also being reshot.
I hope in the director's cut, because we're going to get one, they actually show what the original ending was.
Yes. Well, I'm sure this might be something we'll see later on. Mm-hmm. But the original ending, the rumored ending, was a cliffhanger. Darkseid finally coming through and arriving on Earth. And then cut to credits. And now Joss Whedon says, no, we're actually going to make an ending for the movie now.
I would have rather prefer like them doing an actual ending. Because I mean, like, first of all, they're going to do like what? Next is Aquaman.
Yes.
After that is what? Probably the Flash or the Batman movie?
Batman and Flash, I think, are 2019.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to go through and possibly a Cyborg movie. So, and all those other ones I'm not even going to count towards them because they're going to be in their own little, like, it's in the same universe, but it's their own situation. Like, you know, Gotham City Sirens and like
Shazam.
Yeah, like, well, yeah. I feel like if you have Darkseid walk through the portal, it's not like he's like some, like, you know, a general or some B-class villain. It's like, oh, I can hide out on Earth. He walked through a portal and come to Earth. That's like, you know, we're talking about code red. Everybody get to the stations right now. A god level threat has just arrived. Call in Saitama. We need his help now. Like, there's no way possible you can leave that as like a cliffhanger. He's too big of a character. That's like when we kept seeing Thanos like throughout like the whole Marvel universe. It was like, okay, we know he's in space and he's not posing a threat because he's dealing with his own agenda. If it was like, okay, the last not Spider-Man Homecoming, Civil War. I'm just say Civil War because I feel like, yeah, that still didn't do anything. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. Some strange reason they showed Thanos coming through like some portal or arriving on Earth. We got Homecoming, we got Thor, we got Black Panther. Those three movies, of course, is either going to take place after, like, I mean, also Guardians of the Galaxy, that took place like, I don't even think during that time period that Age of Ultron even happened. So you mean tell me Thanos was sitting around this entire time on planet Earth and no one knew? And he didn't search for any gems even though they were ripe for the taking? No, like, change the ending. Go ahead, leave Darkseid on Apocalypse, and just call it a day. You don't need to have him walk through a portal and be like, oh my God, that. I like Josh Whedon's changing that. That's exactly what needs to happen.
Yeah, I
feel like they need to treat Darkseid with the same respect they treat Thanos. We know he is a threat. All you gotta do is show him sitting at a throne on Apocalypse, and we're already going to be hyped. That's it. We don't need to see him walk through some portal through Earth. We don't need to see him getting on a battle cruiser and heading towards Earth. No. It could be somebody coming up like, Sire, I'm sorry, but things did not go well on Earth.
So exactly like Avengers.
Yeah, like they kept the mother boxes. And like he just turned around and he'd be like, fine, I'll do it myself. And then just cut the black. And that's it. They're like,
well, you can't rip off Avengers entirely. You have to do something different.
Whatever. At the end of the day, it's all the same, just with different characters, okay? All of them superheroes with different characters. Yep, I said it. But still, like, I mean, it would have been, like, you don't have to show him coming to Earth. Like, it's still too early. Quit trying to rush the process. Take your time. You know what make pulled pork so delicious? It's put under a slow simmer. That's what it does. You slowly cook it, and you just let all the juices soak in. You don't rush the process, because then it's not pulled pork, just chunks of pork, and it's probably not cooked all the way through. Yeah, that's some knowledge that I'm dropping from the kitchen.
There's some knowledge from Charles and his kitchen.
No, but let's not even hear about even Darkseid. Like,
they can drop hints.
They can drop his name and drop hints and stuff. Or even show, like, you know, like I said, a ship returning, like, you know, hey, we had to come here because all the mother boxes was taken by the mortals on Earth and a Kryptonian. And then it's like, oh, okay, like, I don't think he's going to like to hear about this. And you can just, like, show someone just running towards, like, a throne room.
Granny Goodness.
Yes.
You could show Orion. You could show Mr. Miracle.
You could show them, and, like, of course, like, you know, people who are not fans, which we live in this day and age where if you're not a fan of something, you know someone who is a fan of it, and it actually sparks up more of a conversation. Hey, explain to me what happened in the scene. Oh, well, you know, that's Granny Goodness, and you just go into the detail, like, okay, they're looming over the bigger threat, which is Apocalypse. I mean, which is Darkseid. And like that weird looking like lava planet that you see, that's Apocalypse. That's pretty much like, you know, a hell planet. So yeah, no, we don't need to see Darkseid. I mean, we can see him, just not on Earth.
I would really like to see Darkseid. Just stay on Apocalypse though.
Yeah. We don't need to see him arrive to Earth. Keep sending his like generals. I'd rather have them go through everybody before they get to Apocalypse.
Yeah, or at least build up threats.
Yes.
Like go from Steppenwolf, Brainiac, Darkseid. Just build up to that.
Brainiac, you can leave that in the Superman movie.
I was thinking about like Man of Steel 2.
Yeah.
Brainiac.
Like, because at the end of the day, we all know Darkseid is that big looming threat. we don't need him around. Like that was one of the biggest problems about like I will say like 90s like action movies or like 90s like comic book movies. The biggest threat they always kind of like put in there in the first movie, like, oh, he's here, and it's like no. We know he's the final boss. You don't want to try to fight the final boss at the very beginning of the game. Don't go out too well. You don't have any training. You don't have any skills. You don't even know how to even use the controls properly. Take your time. I'm glad Josh Whedon is doing this. I'm behind it 100%. That's it. Josh Whedon, I trust.
Yeah, you can put your faith in him.
I can put my faith in him.
Yeah, especially for Batgirl.
Oh yeah, I can see Batgirl being like, you know, a comic book, well, pretty much like Buffy, but like in a Batgirl costume.
Yeah, I can see that too.
And I'm looking forward to that because I think we need right now, especially, we need that kind of like fun movie because we didn't get that in like Suicide Squad.
No, I mean it's very bright and colorful, not very fun though.
Yeah, like I see what they were trying to get at, but they the ideas look good on paper, but the execution didn't follow through.
Yeah. But enough about DC bashing.
Oh no, it was constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
After Wonder Woman, I have faith in DC again. It made me realize that, you know what? Sometimes, you know, you got to get knocked down a couple of times before you can get back up and learn from your mistakes. Nintendo Switch.
You can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs.
Exactly.
Yeah. But James Cameron is teasing Arnold's role in Terminator 6.
Now, I'm all up for another... Wait a minute. Okay, time out. So, everything else is in canon?
We don't know yet, but James Cameron has said we're now in the time period where we should be finding out who the Terminator Model T-800 was based off of.
Okay.
So now it's either going to be like the Sergeant Candy scene that was deleted from 3, or like they're going to make a new character.
Okay.
And Arnold's going to be playing an old version, like a human character that was the model that they based the Terminator off of.
Okay, and see, I'm down for that. Like in the last, Genesis, I think it was?
Yeah, Genesis with a Y?
Yeah. Like having an age, like, you know, robot age Terminator, like it was nice in theory, but at the same time it's like you're a robot. But then of course flesh being placed over, like, you know, the exoskeleton, it's okay. But now still being able to put Arnold in the series, which, by the way, I personally think someone who actually, I could say every series have that one character that, you know, you'll recognize that series for. I mean, Back to the Future, it's Michael J. Fox. Like, that's just how it is. Like, when you think of, like, you know, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Fantastic Four, nobody. But no, like, I still want Arnold in the movie. I think this is a great way to actually write him into the story. But I'm wondering, like, is everything else is in canon? I mean, you can leave it in canon, because, I mean, time travel, everything works when it comes to time travel.
Yeah, multiple timelines, it's all fine. As long as you're working with the timeline that immediately connects to 2 and 1.
Yes. I mean, they have already laid down the groundwork with those two. You just need to explain how those two are actually tied in with the rest of the universe.
Yeah, because James Cameron, he gets the rights back either next year or the year after that.
I mean, he's still working on Avatar, so we probably won't be seeing no, like, Terminator movie within the next decade.
Yeah, but Tim Miller is directing.
Okay.
The whole thing is James Cameron is producing. He's working with a team of writers, and they're kind of like hashing out the plan for the new trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's going to be
6, 7, and 8.
6, 7, and 8, or they're probably just going to be like, you know what? Forget 3, 4, and 5. This is the new 3, 4, and 5.
I mean, well, okay, 3 was a little weird to me. 4, you can still say that story happened because it was in the future, and then 5. Alternate timeline.
Yeah, and then there's the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Does that play like a part in this whole universe also? Alternate timeline.
It's alternate time. Everything, you could consider every movie its own timeline, really.
Yes.
Because like 1 kind of diverges, and you have a path that leads to 2, and that diverges, and you can have like 3, or you can have the TV show, and then 4 could be its own timeline, and 5 is, forget 5, like, yeah. Just
like
no.
I said, you could Legend of Zelda it. I mean, like, honestly, you can say that 5 created like a new timeline because of them constantly going back and back in time to try to, like, you know, catch the other person at a cat and mouse game. You could be like, no, they created his own timeline. And then you could talk about, I mean, because of course time travel once again will take place, and you could just be like, okay, now this timeline, this is what's going on during this timeline stream of this branch of the tree.
Yeah. Speaking of timelines and the Terminator franchise, this wasn't on the docket, but I do want to talk about this rumor that kind of came up today. Matt Smith as Carnage. If you're not familiar with Matt Smith, he played the Doctor.
Oh, I know who Matt Smith is.
Yeah.
Now, we talking about Cletus Cassidy?
It's Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah. I could just kind of see that.
Yeah.
Like I can like yeah, because he's also a redhead also.
No, he's actually a brunette, I think.
Okay, yeah. I could. Well, you can dye his hair red.
Yeah. Another rumored actor was.
I don't know why I'm thinking of him having like red hair as a. I don't know why I'm thinking of him. Like I know exactly who you're talking about, but in my head, I'm thinking of him as a ginger.
You know what's funny? Maybe because I constantly say the Doctor should be ginger. Because he's always wanted to be ginger.
I mean, and he does have that look like he's a sociopath, so it works well for him. I could see that happening. Give him a southern accent. Let's do this.
Yeah, another rumored actor
is southern. Right?
Yeah, he's southern.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
He's a southern bastard.
When you're a fan of too much stuff, everything get intertwined where you start fusing characters together, and you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, another rumored actor was the pilot from Rogue One.
Oh yes,
that guy. Apparently, his name came up.
No, I'm sorry. I already got my foot down on who I want.
You want Matt Smith?
I want Matt Smith.
Yeah, I kind of want Matt Smith too.
Yeah, like I know who you're talking about, the pilot for Rogue One, but like, he's so forgettable. Like.
Yeah, I don't even remember the actor's name. Off the top of my head, since I don't have my notes here,
I can't even remember exactly how he looked. And seeing him as a redhead, nah. Because he had black hair, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, nah. I'm Matt Smith all the way. Yeah, Sony, don't mess this up.
Oh, God. Don't remind me it's a Sony movie.
You know what? I feel like because of like that comment that was made during that interview. Have you finally had a chance to watch it?
I saw the interview, yeah.
Oh, the look on Kevin Feige's face. He was like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, somebody shut up right now. Who agreed to this? Ain't nobody say we was down for this.
Amy Pascal, what are you doing?
You're like, what is you doing? Baby, what is you doing? Oh, but you know what? I feel like now, since that comment was made, I feel like Marvel is every now and then just going to walk on set and be like, nah. You did say it's part of our universe. Yes, you're not directly in our moves, but it's still part of it. And because of this clause in the contract, we're like, whoa. I thought my lawyers went over this. No, they did. They did. Because of this cause, we do have a right to, agree and disagree, whatever you say. So yeah, we want Matt Smith. Sorry, Rogue One pilot. You're like, my name is so-and-so. Yeah, I forgot it even after you said it. Yeah, I'm down for Matt Smith. I could see that. Like I said, him with red hair, like, I can already imagine it. And he just have that, like, crazy look. Now, with the southern accent, I want to see how he's going to pull that off.
I think he'll pull it off.
Yeah.
British people are really good at American accents.
I know. It's crazy. Like, Idris Elba, freaking Christian Bale. Like, I always thought they were Americans until they started talking during interviews. I'm like, whoa, what?
Yeah, even Tom Holland to some extent.
Oh,
I saw Spider-Man when I was just a little boy.
Oh, thank you, Weekly Planet, for those laughs. Oh.
I'm little Tom Holland. Look at me.
Oh, but yeah, I'm down for Matt Smith.
Yeah,
I could see that. You know what? I feel like right now we're slowly entering that age, and this takes some time. And I would have thought like within the past, like maybe 2 to 3 years, it would have happened, but not. But I feel like now comic book movies, they're more conscious of decisions that they make. Because I don't know if you noticed, but now people, if a movie is bad and it gets that, like, the word out that it's bad, people are not going to go see it. Like Dark Tower, we were planning on seeing it. Then we heard reviews. We was like, yeah, about that. Like, I'll wait for DVD. I'll wait for Redbox.
Yeah.
It's worth $2.
As soon as I hered it was 90 minutes long, I was like, oh, this sounds like a TV pilot.
Yeah.
It's like a very expensive TV pilot to watch.
Yeah, it sounds like, that one TV pilot they plan on putting in IMAX. Inhumans.
Oh, yeah. Well, those reviews aren't very good either.
Yeah. You want to talk about that for a quick second?
Just a hot second, just talk about how Inhumans...
I'm just put like this. Trailers, from everything that I've seen up until now, I'm not impressed. And I probably will not go to IMAX to see it.
Nah, me either. I'm just...
Like, I was kind of hoping... I feel like... Because I heard, like, the guy who's in charge of the TV show, he's very frugal when it comes down to budgets. Like, he's he didn't want to spend anything. He wanted to do the bare minimum. And...
He's also the guy behind Iron Fist.
Yeah, and I can honestly see. Like, I like the guy who played Iron Fist. I just don't feel like he was fit for that role as being a martial artist.
Yeah, or like the show was just not built around him in any way to make him look good.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like all the other characters in the show, you wanted to know the story, you wanted to know what was going on, but whenever he was involved, it was just like, he the star of the show, and he felt like a guest star. That's just how it was. And as I look at like the trailers to like Inhumans, yes, I understand Marvel want us to try to like them, but at the same time, there's nothing going, like, it's not strong enough. And I felt like some of the actors and actresses that they got, I just feel uncomfortable. Like I'm not trying to bash it. It's just that it's not interesting enough for me. And then to put it in IMAX, I feel like it's just not going to make it.
I think the only draw for me would be Lockjaw at this point. It's like a giant CGI teleporting dog.
He looks cool. I mean, I know like there's mixed reviews about him, but I like him. I think he's cool.
Yeah, even though he might be a dude. I mean, they tried to retcon that as like, no, he was a dog and human. Like, no, at one point he was a dude.
Yeah.
And he turned into a dog.
Yeah, I'm like, you never know what you get with that territory mess. It's like a lottery, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose every day.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you become a dog.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. But would you like to talk about Mark Millarworld? Or I totally screwed that. Millarworld. Millarworld.
So I guess his entire like everything that he has written, it's quote unquote in its own universe. Kinda not. It's a little. I'm not too familiar with it, so you're gonna have to explain it to me.
Well, Millarworld, as far as I understand it, is like just all of his comics he's written.
Okay.
Most of them are independent.
Okay.
So not like Civil War or like any of that big stuff, but just like the independent stuff he's worked on. So you have Kick-Ass, Nemesis, Huck, American Jesus, Wanted, Kingsman, things like that.
Okay.
All kind of in Millarworld.
Some of those you can actually put in the same universe because I mean they're like self-contained, so it's not like one could seep into the other. And if it did, it had to be some like bizarre like Batman and Turtles kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Batman and Ninja Turtles, those go very well together. Yeah. And those could cross over easily.
Yeah.
If they weren't for the different companies and all. But Millarworld, it kind of is weird if you have Kick-Ass, like this non-superpowered person in the same world as like Wanted.
Yeah.
Or Kingsman.
Well, I mean, he could fit in the Kingsman world. It's just that like because they're spies and like everything with them is like global threats, like you can eventually like I mean, with what's going on with the Golden Circle being in America, you can easily come across him.
Yeah. No, but the whole thing is on Netflix, and they're kind of adapting his comics.
Okay, into TV shows.
Into TV shows. So probably not Kick-Ass.
Oh no, we got the movie. We got the two movies. Kingsman, we've already gotten it. I feel like they could probably take one of the superhero ones and just go ahead and not Wanted because we've done with that already.
Irredeemable.
Yeah.
Well, Wanted actually not at all like the movie.
What?
Yes. Instead of assassins, supervillains.
Oh.
It's a supervillain organization.
Wow.
Yeah. So just scrap the entire movie idea.
Okay.
And yeah, that could be a whole thing.
Okay. Well, if it's completely different from the movie, you could still on Netflix. You could still pull it off.
Yeah. Even if like they've done Kick-Ass, like in the movie, it's not as dark as the comic. The comic goes way dark, and I feel like they could do pretty dark on Netflix.
Okay, yeah, I can see that happening. I mean, it's like I won't say it's like free reign on Netflix, but it's like they have more of a leeway to like they can push the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some pretty graphic stuff.
You know what I would like though, since we are on the subject of like Millarworld, like before Watchmen, like just make that into like a small little Netflix series. That's like
well, apparently it's kind of a side tangent. The whole Damon Lindelof Watchmen show on HBO. He hasn't even talked to HBO about it yet. So
this entire time we was getting hype for nothing.
Yeah, we've been getting hype for nothing.
Like how could what HBO probably saying it as like this is a small thing to our bigger picture. We're not even going to comment on what he just said.
Well, HBO really wants that next Game of Thrones.
Yeah, because Game of Thrones is about to end soon.
Yeah, about next year. That's like the final season. And then they do have Westworld for like another 4 years.
Oh yeah, and I feel I give it 4 years. Like we can't do 10 season series anymore.
Well, it's also written to be a 5-season show.
Okay. Yeah, anything after that probably won't go too well.
Yeah.
We could probably see a Watchmen show. I mean, I think it would be just right. And probably coming in at the tail end of like the whole superhero hype. It'd be just right to kind of end things. Give people Watchmen.
Yeah.
And watch it as they. I mean, after.
But also, they said that it's not going to be very comic book accurate.
Oh.
So it's like set in the universe of Watchmen.
Oh.
But it's not the comic.
After Game of Thrones, I mean, people should be up for anything. Yeah, there's.
I've been saying this for a few years, but Berserk, they should just do Berserk
live action.
live action.
I could see that because I mean their CGI anime. I'm just not for it.
Yeah, no, don't try to make an anime. You could try to make a live action movie.
No, it can get away with being live action. It
Yeah.
can. You just finding like Chris Hemsworth for like for that universe to play. What's his name again?
Guts.
Okay, I keep forgetting. I was going to say Black for some strange reason because he is the Black Swordsman.
I was about to say he's the Black Swordsman. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I can see that. You know what? I think it will be possible, but we have to see how Death Note goes. Yeah, not a side tangent. We have to see how Death Note goes to see if they want to adapt any more anime into like live action. Because the Japanese market, they do their own thing when it comes to live action anime. But the American market, when they do it, it don't really go too well.
We should do the whole video about that, a whole podcast about live action anime when
Okay.
Death Note comes out.
Yeah.
And when we see, what else is there this year?
Voltron and Defenders.
No, I mean like for anime.
Oh, for anime?
Live action adaptations.
Ooh.
Adaptations.
Asian?
Asian? Live action?
Yeah.
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul. That's the other one.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Well, no, in Ajin. I think it's Ajin. Or
Asian?
Asian. Oh, I was right. Yeah, they're doing a live action movie. Well, I don't know if they did or it's being done. It's one of those two. But yeah, it's being live action. I'll show you the trailer after this.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk more about live action anime, like a whole thing about that and Americans kind of doing their own thing.
Booyah!
Yeah. But let's move on to the next topic, or the next little news thing, which is the Karate Kid TV show on YouTube Red.
Yeah, I'm not for this. And it's because it's on YouTube Red. I felt like it's one of those things where it probably could have went to Netflix and YouTube paid extra money to get the script and it's going to come back and bite them in the foot. Like, I wonder how popular YouTube Red is. I'm curious.
We are technically YouTubers, and we do not
yeah.
use YouTube Red.
Well, I mean, for $12.99, like you're already
That's
more,
a lot.
That is a lot. Like you're already more expensive than Spotify, Apple Music, Netflix, Hulu with the ads.
Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Funimation.
Ver, which give you 3, like up to what? 6,
8.
like 8. Like you $12.99. Now $9.99 is, and a lot of people they say, wow, really? $3 difference? $3 goes a long way. Because that $9.99, I would have been perfectly fine with it and subscribing to it. And also, there are YouTubers who have channels where you have to subscribe personally to their channel with a fee each month. Like some YouTubers, they have it, because of with the whole situations with the ads that's going on.
Demonetization.
Yeah, some YouTubers, they decide, hey, we're still going to be on YouTube, but you have to pay like a monthly fee in order to watch our content because it's kind of I won't say R-rated, just that they use a lot of profanity.
Watch your profanity.
Exactly. And YouTube Red, maybe there is a market for it because obviously it's still being pushed. But yeah, it is a good time to do the Karate Kid, sequel or whatnot. But you putting it on a platform that I'm not going to support.
Yeah. But the most exciting news about it is the original cast is back. You have Ralph Macchio. You have Billy Zabka. Billy Zabka is still a bully for all these years. 30 years later, he's still really bitter about losing that tournament.
I bet you he is.
Yeah. He's actually starting his own dojo just to compete with fucking Daniel-san.
Yeah. like
a guy
who's now a star, I guess, because he won that one tournament. And I guess he took over Mr. Miyagi's dojo.
Mr. Miyagi doesn't have a dojo.
Oh, I guess he started one then. It's been years since I've seen it. I need a recap.
Yeah. No, well, the whole thing is Mr. Miyagi, of course,
He
Pat
passed.
Morita's dead. So Daniel-san's trying to move on from the loss of Mr. Miyagi.
It's been a long time. It should be already over.
Yeah. Longtime Marvel editor Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid, was an editor for Ultimate Marvel.
Oh wow.
So, a little fun fact for you.
Oh wow. Didn't know
Also,
that.
he's one of the reasons Marvel Zombies happened.
Was it by accident? And he was just like, might as well just keep going with this.
No, because he called up Robert Kirkman, the guy who did The Walking Dead. It's like, when the Karate Kid asks you to write a Marvel story, you don't say no.
Oh. What, Sparrow Kick is what his move called?
What?
In the Karate Kick. What was that? The Sparrow Kick?
The crane kick.
Oh,
the crane
kick.
style.
Okay, crane style. Yeah, you don't want to get that crane style.
No, not to the face.
But, yeah. I'll just wait and see if, like, after a while they just make it free. It's
You can get like a free trial. I don't know.
yeah. I've already used it to like stream music and listen to YouTube. Like like when the screen is locked, which I don't understand why that's not a normal feature. Like So yeah, I probably won't be checking it out. What about you?
Maybe a 7-day free trial. And then cancel it.
Yeah, that $12.99 is pretty. That's a steep price.
Yeah. But on to the last little news bit for today.
Okie dokie.
All right. So Avengers 4 officially started filming. I think Friday.
Yes.
And the Russo brothers tweeted out a production photo of a purple glove.
So Prince is going to be in this movie.
Yes, the reanimated corpse of Prince, the artist or the zombie formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, so we were talking about it earlier. Kane the Conqueror was one of your theories.
Yeah, I've a few theories.
Okay.
One of them was Skrulls. Like, Skrulls could be the main bad guys. Because, Captain Marvel, she's going to be fighting Skrulls and the Kree. And then, of course, you have Kang the Conqueror. Mm-hmm. Well, not of course, because we don't know who owns the rights to Kang.
Yeah.
Because he's technically an Avengers villain, but he's also a descendant of Reed Richards.
I'm going to throw something out there, because, like, this is the only character I can even consider as being purple and may wear purple gloves, even though it may be weird. Galactus. It's I know, like...
His purple glove is purple. So.
Yeah, like, it's one of those... Me, when I see hints, I have to think outside the box, because that's how they normally catch you off guard. Like...
Or it could just be that's what someone was wearing on the set that day.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh, I'm finna get ready to troll everybody. Because, the Russo brothers, their following is huge. We like to see what's finna get ready to happen, because we know it's going to take place. It's going to be overall big for the Marvel Universe. But, like I said, my guess is Galactus. And I hope, like, that pays off.
Yeah. Or it's Annihilus, But Annihilus is like one of those Phase 4 bad guys you want.
Yeah.
You want to build up your entire cosmic universe.
I feel like if you're gonna do Annihilus, like, you have to bring in a Nova Corps, and the proper Nova Corps, not that crap that you had at, like, the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, that wasn't a Nova Corps.
I know you're seriously butthurt about that, but
yes, I was.
Yeah, I think everyone was.
Yes, the Nova Corps is literally Marvel's answer to the Green Lanterns, and all it was like some freaking space cops. That was it.
Well, space cops without any powers.
Yeah.
They had ships.
Yeah.
And they all died.
Ships that couldn't contain a net.
Yeah.
But yeah, purple gloves, you never know.
It could be anything. It could be a hint at something, or it could just be like someone was wearing a purple glove on set.
Nah, I believe it's there for a reason. Like, while we're thinking about villains, we haven't really thought about heroes like that wear purple gloves. What heroes wear purple gloves?
Batman in the 30s.
Don't forget Rainbow Suit Batman.
Oh yeah, you can't forget Rainbow Suit Batman.
No, it's. I feel like it's something that we're not thinking about right now. Something that we long forgot, and he was like, you know what, this will be perfect just for now.
Just as a cameo.
Just as a cameo.
A main hero.
Yeah, maybe Vision. I don't know. Can't be in the X-Men. I'm trying to think about, like, purple gloves. Who would you bring in for, like? Who would wear purple gloves?
I think the closest bet would be just the Skrulls.
Yeah.
Do like a secret invasion movie.
Because, Captain Marvel, they already announced that it's dealing in nights with Skrulls. I feel like that's a big enough threat to give it its own, like, to make them the main villains in an Avenger movie. Because Captain Marvel, was that, like, the last movie before that Avengers movie, or the first one entering Phase 4? Is Captain Marvel Phase 4 or is Phase...
No, it's Phase 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the last one will be... Well, the last announced Avengers movie is Avengers 4. And then...
then that's the end of Phase 3?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Phase 3 seems like it's the longest phase.
Surprisingly, it's actually not.
What?
Because it started last year.
Oh, wow. That's right.
We just had a lot of stuff.
We have. And maybe, the problem was the first phase, it ended off with the Avengers, and it was so epic that, like, you could be like, okay, this is the proper way to end the phase. And I guess since, like, Avengers 2 was, like, the end of the second phase.
Actually, Ant-Man was.
Oh, Ant-Man was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why I'm thrown off. I'm taking an Avengers movie and treating those as, like, the ends of, like, the phases, which I thought that, like, that's how you end a phase.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's the confusing part about all this. It's like they kind of want to stop the phases thing. Because because we might not get Avengers movies. We might change up the team.
Yeah.
Might be like the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Or which this could be like a new Avengers movie.
It could,
Like
well,
bump up the Defenders to Avengers status or something.
and that's what I'm wondering. Like, I mean, that'd be the perfect opportunity to do that, because now with this whole threat of Thanos, and now seeing that like things are going to change. Well, like, what did this leave? Like, we already heard about, like, they started filming. There's purple gloves. What goes on in like Avengers: Infinity War, where like I guess Thanos is not a threat anymore? Does he get all the like
Does the Magus show up?
Yeah, like what's going on? Where like I'm just excited to see Infinity War. That little like teaser trailer. Technically, we never seen it.
Technically, we did.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
According to our last podcast.
It just so happened. No, I'm retconning it.
Oh,
I'm retconning. We did not see it.
you're Jeff Johns.
Jeff Johns.
Retcon and everything.
Yeah, Nerd Boy Comic Book Blog Rebirth.
But before we incriminate ourselves anymore, should we end the podcast for this week?
Let's end the podcast for this week.
Let's end it. Let's end it on a good note.
Yes. Always drink your Mountain Ale. It's good for you.
Always drink your Ovaltine, kids.
Yes. Oh my God. Do they still? Yeah, they still make that. Oh,
Terrible. Yeah.
stick to Nesquik.
Please. We're not sponsored by them, but just
We're not sponsored by anybody just yet.
No.
But if you go drink chocolate milk, stick to Nesquik.
yeah, or just Hershey's.
Or Hershey chocolate syrup.
Yeah. Also not sponsored.
No. I would love to be sponsored by Hershey. Black guy being sponsored by a chocolate company. Oh yeah.
Yeah. 2017. A new year. Alright, guys. But if you enjoyed this podcast and you've listened all the way to this crazy rambling,
Exactly.
you can subscribe to our podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that great stuff.
Yes, leave comments, because like I don't see none on the videos, and I'm tired of just commenting by myself.
Yeah.
Leave comments, ask some questions. Give us actually topics that you guys want to hear about.
Let us know how you feel about everything.
Exactly.
Also, give us some comics you want us to talk about. I'm reading comics. We just haven't talked about them yet.
And if you feel like an anime or TV show that you want to hear us discuss, like for instance, I just finished up, but I know Marco, he needs to get started on it. Voltron, pretty good series.
Season 3, I need to start it.
Now you can wait until October, because that's when season 4 come out. Believe me, season 3 ended like as if they just took like a season, was like, we just gonna cut it off here and have you
That's
wait.
actually what they do.
Yeah, dude, it pissed me off.
What they do for Voltron is they make the whole season, they cut it in two. So they label the first half season 1, the first half season 2.
Oh, it's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
It is getting on my nerves. Like, I was watching season 3 and I'm just like, yeah! Wait, what? Like, cause I'm thinking like, and it caught me off guard because I'm looking like at the trailer to the next season. I'm thinking like I'm watching any old TV show and it's just showing you like the trailer to the next episode. And I'm like, wait a minute, Netflix don't do that. Where's the rest of the season? Yeah, Netflix, stop that. But yeah, if you want to hear us talk about certain shows that's on Netflix, and they don't have to be like, animated, or it could be live action.
Like Glow.
Yeah, or Black Mirror. Like if you felt like Ziff, hey, these guys, they got like good opinions. We'll watch, part of the first season, give you our opinions about it, and talk about how crazy it is and how it can screw people's brains. Because I'm a little disturbed right now on the stuff that I've seen, and it makes me question who I really am.
Did you see the guy having sex with a pig?
No. I feel like I started off on season 3 by accident, because I started off with the episode where everybody is like, it's like this whole world, everyone uses like their I guess like iPhones to like rate people.
Yeah, that's the season 3.
Yeah, so I didn't know that, like, I'm thinking that was season 1, and I'm already into, like, the second episode, and I ran to a friend today, and I was like, no, that's not the first episode. I'm like, because everybody talk about the priest and the pig, and I'm just like, why do I feel like I don't want to watch this episode? They're like,
you don't want to watch it, don't worry.
Like, the 2 episodes I've seen already is already screwed up enough, but I feel like it started off really bad, and it just simmered this way down.
There's some good ones, there's some bad ones, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then also Defenders. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about all of that.
Actually, that's this week, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. And I love that it's 8 episodes, so I don't have to wait until like this 12, 13, silliness and be dealing with like, oh, okay, if they would have ended it early, I would have enjoyed it more. Nope, 8 episodes, I'm good.
Yep. And of course we have, we still have to do our anime list for the summer.
I know. My Hero Academia, that's all I approve.
Yeah, we're going to do a watch not list. And That's gonna be fun because
Yeah.
we have to watch all this anime.
I know. I'm just like so excited. Yay.
But definitely Reflection. You guys should watch that, and My Hero Academia.
Yeah. I'm approving My Hero Academia and Dragon Ball Super.
Definitely gotta watch Dragon Ball
I
Super.
know there's some Dragon Ball Z fans out there. I know you've been watching Dragon Ball Super. If you want to actually hear us even talk about that, we can dedicate part of episode a week talking about, the latest episode and how crazy it is.
Oh, we could.
Yeah, because, Soup 17, Android 17 out there likes mopping the floor with people.
Gohan completely obliterating universes.
Exactly. I'm so proud of Gohan. He's back to the way he used to be. Now I want to see him one-hand Kamehameha. That's it.
Why isn't there another Cell? That would be awesome.
Nah.
I mean, they brought back Frieza.
Yeah, we don't need Cell. Like,
Yeah.
we got Frieza with a new form. Like, what else?
We got two
more?
Friezas now.
Yeah. Like, what else can you do with Cell? And then you don't want to... Like, you got to understand, like, these are people that are actually races and beings. It's just that there's, like, a different, different, version of them on another universe. Cell was genetically created. He is test tube, baby. And Arby's, keep doing what you're doing, baby.
Yeah. But I think that's it for the show today.
That's it for the show.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace.